The Mint is like an iconic piece of my life, right? I mean, my dad started taking us when we couldn't even walk, really, right? I mean, or whenever it first started. And the thing I remember the most, of course, is the programs with the Mint 400 girls. That was pretty amazing. And just the takeover of downtown, and just, you know, going out. Back in the days, we raced out at the Speedrome, and one of my greatest memories as a real youngster, I think it was 83 or 84, I rode with Johnny Johnson, my dad, and Johnny teamed up to win the Mint 400 and 5/1600. And I'll never forget sliding it through the Speedrome on the asphalt and being so scared that Johnny was going to flip the race car. Won by 22 seconds over the Circus car, which, I mean, speaking of iconic brands when it comes to the Mint 400, it was, you know, those are the things I remember as a kid. For sure, the Mint's been breaking my heart for decades, right? You know, I've been able to win the class wins, you know, the 7 truck and the 5/1600 car, and, you know, having success. But, you know, everybody thinks that racing's fun, and it is. You know, I'm stoked to have that living, but we've been second overall at the Mint as our best finish. So it's like the fingernails on the chalkboard in the back of your mind every time, you know, you hear Mint 400, because Mint 400 is really, Mint 400 and Baja 1000, are there any bigger names in off-road racing, right? And so you want to capture those wins. We've been able to win the Baja 1000 overall, but not the Mint. So it's a painful trajectory, because you always want to come with your A game, but the deserts of Nevada seem to have their way with you. You know, it's like, I always say that you win Baja by Baja allowing you that opportunity that one day, or when it happens. And I think the same's true with the Mint, but there's such a stacked field of competition, and so many good vehicles, and everybody's so on point. It's really a tough place to race, because you want to go fast, but at the same time, Nevada's like, yeah, go fast. I got a lot of rocks, got some big holes, and then the holes get bigger, and then just for fun, it might rain on you, and it might get cold, it might be sleet. Just yeah, the love and hate of off-road racing is exemplified very well by the Mint 400. Well, the thing with the Mint being a lap race is it's not just the lap after lap deterioration, it's a race after race, right? You have the early race, the late race, and the day before race, and the people that are out there recreationally. And you also got to think about the fact that some of these point-to-point races, they get to see the blade occasionally, you know, like these are graded roads, these are places that people drive to live, or their farms or their ranches. And really at the Mint, it gets disintegrated all day long, and whatever has happened all that year. And by the time you got the unlimited trucks out there, you know, you're thinking, let's go fast, but you got to think about the fact that when you start getting into that 300 plus miles and you're getting to the last lap, think about how square edge and how tough it's going to be. And, you know, saving your equipment's a part of it. Although it always seems like there's 1 or 2 jackrabbits that make a move and they go, and that's the problem, right? So now all of us have to go, and that's why I think you see so much broken equipment, because as the race just moves on through the day, it just gets so much tougher. And the track you see on the last lap is nothing like the glorious track you saw on the first lap. Big horsepower makes big holes with 40-inch tires, you know, so you get the BFGs turning out there, and you get 40 unlimited trucks and all the other vehicles. It's just the amount of square edges that pop up during the day just becomes like, you start setting up your timing so that you're understanding that you're going to be basically flexing and holding your chest going across some of those sections is just so brutal. I think there's a couple memories that I really relish with the Mint of more recent history since its comeback. Is at one point leading, having a small failure that took us a few minutes, and getting second overall. Never forget that. And then just like 2 years ago, racing with Jesse Jones and being up towards the front pack, top 3, I think, and having oil pressure problems. You know, you remember the ones that got away a little bit more sometimes than the ones that you really nailed. Granted, the second overall is pretty glorious. You know, I can't really cry about it. Not that I wouldn't rather have first place, but I think the one just a couple years ago with Jesse Jones teamed up, you know, running the 4-wheel drive for the first time, and that was a race that I'll really remember. It's one of those that got away. Just a silly little, like, you know, $40 thing cost us the race, and those are the moments.